Moving over to the next story, the WAFCON final was played yesterday. Cameroon came out gun blazing. They will be the fourth team that has won the WAFCON in the 14th in all the 14 editions. Nigeria with 10, Equatorial Guinea with 2, South Africa with 1, Cameroon with 1, which they won yesterday. They outplayed the Malawian side. It was more of a bloodbath for Malawi yesterday. The Chawinga sisters could not, do anything. Unfortunately, their brother, Collins Chawinga, is not here this morning. If we were here, I would have been able to troll him a bit. But banters aside now, what do you think went wrong for Malawi in that particular game? I mean, their defense was in shambles yesterday. Cameroon outplayed them, and it showed the kind of quality Cameroon possesses because they are one of the teams that are considered one of the least goals in this particular tournament, and they showed in that final yesterday.
It was not so much as though things went wrong. Of course, yes, we can say things went wrong because they obviously lost and they lost by a huge margin, right? But I think that it was more of what Cameroon did well. It was more of what Cameroon did well. If you when I began to watch this Cameroon team was before Nigeria, the match, I think they had a match before Nigeria, right? The match before Nigeria, and I'm like, now beyond the fact that they are compact in defense, they have a brilliant goalkeeper. Now, Mikhaili, top goalkeeper, top goalkeeper, top goalkeeper. So there's a way that you when you play with that type of goalkeeper, there's a confidence that comes with it. Like there's a level of confidence that he gives to you because you know that even if you do not quote and unquote do your job as a defender, there's somebody that can still cover up for you. So they came into that game with the mindset that throughout this tournament we've considered only I think 2 goals. Yeah, because only about
Two,
2 goals.
yes, two,
We
two
can do
goals.
better. We can do better. We can do better. And they came into it with that mindset of now pay attention to the fact that this team have lost the WAFCON finals 4 times, all to Nigeria.
Yes, true,
They've
true.
lost the WAFCON finals 4 times. So now they are getting into the WAFCON finals without the Nigerian team. Bear in mind that they defeated Nigeria, right?
True.
So obviously now they did not only defeat Nigeria, they defeated Morocco,
Yeah,
tournament favorites.
true.
They defeated Morocco too. And they defeated them with so much grand style in the penalty shootout, with the way their goalkeeper saved 3 penalties. That's what we're saying. If
True.
see winning matches against such tough teams give you an extra level of confidence. You just know that this one, with the way we've played so far, come on. So it was not so much about whether or not Malawi did wrong. It was so much about what Cameroon were able to do so well, right? Beyond the fact that they were defensively solid, right? It was an all-attack thing as well. Once they get the ball on the counter, you just see them, going all out, going blazing, and it was just something that Malawi, maybe for the first time in this tournament, could not, they could not keep up with. I mean, they played,
Do, do,
I
do,
think they
do,
played
do, do,
Algeria. They
do,
were
do, do,
obviously
do,
going to
do,
defeat
do,
Algeria normally.
hold on. Do you think
Malawi,
they missed? Yeah, do you think Malawi missed Kazari? Remember, Kazari got a red card in the semi-final, and it seems that red card, played a part in that particular because Kazari, there's a way Kazari links up with the Chewinga sisters that make them much more deadly in front of goal. Kazari was red carded. She was not available for that particular game. Do you think they missed Kazari in that particular game? And the absence of Kazari contributed to how lackluster, if I put it that way, their attack was yesterday.
they were not exactly lackluster, in my opinion. I mean, they had a couple of chances, but then, as I said, Mikhaili was brilliant for Cameroon as she had been all throughout the tournament. So, yes, of course, they missed the player, but that notwithstanding, they still had some brilliant attacks. They still had some very, very fine chances, and you could still tell that the Chawinga sisters were obviously, the terror to that Cameroonian defense, but pay attention again, as I said, to the fact that Cameroonian defense was just solid and they were very good defensively. They did not. The thing with the Cameroonian defense is that they don't give you room for so much. They don't give you won't get so many chances. Like Nigeria now, for instance, the only one time in Nigeria, the match against Nigeria, the only one time that Nigeria was able to get past their goalkeeper was the last chance that Nigeria saw, where what was her name? Esther Okonkwo was supposed to pass to assistant. That was the only one time they were able to get past the goalkeeper. Every other
True.
time, the defense was solid, and if the defense was unable to do their job, the keeper did their job. So it was just so much about what Cameroon was able to do well, and they did it fantastically well. If it's an all-attack team, we go all out. If it's an all-defense team as well, we give it to you. And they were so compact. No, Cameroon, they were. I was watching that match, I was like, wow, they were so compact, and they were deserved winners of that tournament.
Okay. Before we move to the next topic, the Malawian side that we saw yesterday. Do you think this will give them more momentum going forward? Because remember, the last team that pulled what Malawi pulled was Equatorial Guinea. They did it in 2008 and 2012. And since then, we've not heard anything from Equatorial Guinea again. They actually got to the finals 3 times in a row, and that was the end. Do you think the Malawians might go that same way? That's number one. Number two, do you think Malawi might be able to shock the world when they go to Brazil next year with the kind of performance they were able to put in and them being unknown now in quote at the world stage? Do you think they can shock the world the way they did at the WAFCON?
Okay, now here's the thing, right? I do not think that Malawi will go the route of Equatorial Guinea, and I do not think that Malawi will go the route of Equatorial Guinea because, as I said, the WAFCON teams, all of them now have a different mindset. This is not the generation that will give Nigeria room to penetrate all through anymore. No, they have tasted what it means to be in the final. The next thing they want to taste now is winning the tournament. So this one, if I were the Malawi FA president, I am obviously not going to slow down on much more intense preparation, getting more female players into the team, ensuring that we build up on this success that we have had so far, right? So as it stands, I genuinely do not see Malawi going the route of Equatorial Guinea. I think that they can build up on this that they have done so far and even do greater things eventually in the future, right? Now, do I think they can shock the world? I think that maybe they can, but experience will come into play, right? Experience will come into play. You are going up against the best of the best players in the world. I might want to be biased and say, oh, I'm looking forward to a Cabo Verde kind of a thing, right? But with the female team, you just know that when you go up against the likes of England, USA, Spain, Germany, those people they are very, very ruthless. They are very, very ruthless. Okay, so when you go up against those type of team, it's just a lot to take on, right? It's completely different. It's a completely different ball game when you go to the World Cup. So I believe that they as well, they know what they are going to be up against and they are going to prepare very well for it. I will be rooting for them. I mean, they played very well in this tournament. It was beautiful to see. They had a very, very good style of play. The Chawenga sisters were top notch, they were top notch. And I'll be rooting for them in the World Cup.